being in a relationship with a man where he has bad taste in music, I couldn't do it. I could never have dated a person in my profession that was whack.
What does that have to do with like a connection?
What it has to do with a connection is...
Just because he can't rap?
You got it right. I know.
But what if it's a good man?
I know.
Good man, good personality, bad rhymes. No, that could never happen. Come on, man. I got bars and you spitting riddles you got out the Cracker Jack box. I could never. It's Monie in the Middle and Rock the Bells. How you guys feel today?
Good.
What are we about to talk about?
See, I knew she was gonna cut to the chase. That's why I said, how's it really feeling? All right, Cali. As a matter of fact, I wanted to bring up, it's a phrase that's so loosely used now and thrown around all over the place. And this phrase is red flags. I wanted to discuss red flags. Everybody's using that term. Oh, that's a red flag. Oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. It's very heavily used on social media and just in social engagement nowadays. Oh, if you see the red flags, then you gotta put the brakes on a relationship, whatever it may be. And I've come to really find out that a lot of times when people use that red flag term, they're actually the red flag.
I think so too. I feel like people be walking red flags, like talking about, oh, this red flag, that red. You Six Flags, okay? Great adventures. I'm gonna keep it real. All this red flags.
Sorry.
You're really good at counting flags. Mm-hmm. Why? Why are you so good at counting flags?
I think that people use this red flags thing as an excuse to back out of things. Please jump in if you guys disagree. Sometimes there are things about people that you come across that it's like, whoa, horsey, this is kind of non-conducive to my personal peace, to my peace. So yes, in that case, yeah, that's a red flag. It's a bad sign. This person is potentially harmful to my peace, my place of peace within myself. But people are using that red flag term to not deal.
Yeah, because it's also like you're saying, oh, whoa, this is a red flag. Like you are disrupting my peace. But what's really disrupting your peace? Confrontation? There's going to be confrontation all the time.
Accountability?
I think people are using it to avoid confrontation.
I feel like it's just an excuse to run away from.
Exactly. It's avoiding confrontation.
Like,
that part.
Like, it's one thing to have boundaries, but people are just using it to immediately run away from stuff.
That's what I thought.
And there are definitely red flags and things you should pay attention to immediately dismiss things and kind of look at everything like it's a red flag. Like anytime you get into an argument or disagreement with somebody, it's a red flag. Like, no, maybe that's something that you need to learn to communicate about. See, everything is a red flag now.
A red flag for each individual is different. Let's get into what is red flags for us individually in regards to men. A red flag for me and a dude is badly kept fingers. Because I'm triggered with fingers.
Yeah, your red flag is fingernails.
Yes, it's just, yeah.
Oh, that's definitely a red flag for me. That's really the first place I look. Is
your
the
hands?
Yes, if your hands don't
I'm sorry, I'm looking at teeth.
That's the second place.
But
the hands are first.
Bad teeth
that's
is a
like
red
the
flag.
First. Nah, your
bad,
fingernails are
bad
dirty.
Fingers. Like,
oh,
who are you touching with them hands?
Not me.
Who are you about to touch?
Yeah, no.
They're called manicures. Man, like manicure. You know what I mean? That's a red flag to me. Teeth, also a red flag.
For me, height. I'm tall.
So a short man is red flag for you.
Short or almost equivalent height. Yeah.
Shorter than you?
Or equivalent height.
That's not a red flag. That's just
to her, it's a red flag. You can't tell somebody what their red flag.
Red flag.
Yes.
It's like you got issues. Like
she has an issue with a shorter man.
Yeah. With the way that Instagram is a dating app nowadays, how am I supposed to know? Until I see you in person.
Exactly. He could be in his picture.
Or you could be like
an Apple box.
Or guys always get their height wrong. They say that they're 6 foot, but they're really 5'7". I know my height better than you do.
We not
red flag. Why are you lying?
This is a safe space. Discuss whatever you feel your red flag is for you. Red flag.
I don't know. My red flag for me is like your hygiene.
Really?
Like, I don't like it. Like, we walking into stores and restaurants and we going on dates and you woofing. Like, that's not cute. That is not cute. I don't like it.
I don't do that.
Like, it's coming out of your pores. It doesn't smell good.
Got it.
I think smoking in general is a red flag.
And then it messes up your teeth.
Yes.
It messes up your teeth.
Yes.
It messes up your
because that's
skin.
something you have to pay attention to. Because then, like, since you smoke, that's your red flag. So now I gotta pay attention to how you smoke and your habits,
hygiene.
like, and what you do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see your ashes on the counter. I don't want to see.
Yeah, like, you don't clean
I don't
up.
want to see your fingernails. Like, when you're a smoker, the same thing with your teeth.
That's not necessarily true.
It is true.
No, it's not. Your grandfather Your grandfather smoked weed my whole life.
Yes,
Your grandfather's
but
a Rasta.
that's
He's
why.
a Rasta. He is not. This is not the same thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Why? It's weed.
No, we are talking about the new culture of weed
But
in
not
America.
even saying that.
Not ganja. What he's smoking does not always smell as pungent. And then on top of that, he's very clean.
Yes.
He cleans up after himself when he's done. Like, now it's like, if you smell like that all day long, like, because you smoke before you leave the house, you smoke before you eat, you smoke before you take a shower, you smoke after you take a shower, you smoke before you go to your destination, you smoke when you get to your destination. Like, at this point, it's like, bro,
That's too much. Is that necessary?
Okay, red flag for me, designer throw up on a man. I do not like it.
explain what designer throw up is.
When a man comes out dressed like I just stuffed my whole mouth with all different designers and went all over him. So you got on everything. You're wearing everything. You're wearing everything.
All at once.
All at once. Why are you wearing everything? I'm confused. You're making me feel like I'm bipolar. Summer? Is it winter? Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? You have shades on. Anna Scully. And it's all different designers. You're making me feel twitchy. You know what I'm saying? It's too much.
Yeah.
That's what I call designer throw up. It's like, plan your outfit. Plan your outfit.
And then every piece doesn't have to be logoed
Every piece
out.
doesn't have to be logoed out. Every piece doesn't even have to be the same color. You look like you just jumped out of a Crayola box. Stop it. You're confusing me, okay? Mix and match. Not just guys, but a lot of people feel like if it's designer, it's just good.
Yeah.
That's it and that's all. If it's designer, it's just good. So I can put it on. And this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Because it's all designer, so it's all good. So I'm gonna go outside. And it's like, no, newsflash. It's not. It looks like designer throw up. And that is a big red flag for me. I can't see a man and take him seriously. What's up, Mo? Nothing. Keep it moving.
Okay, but what if you were willing to help him?
To help him dress?
Yeah.
Man, guys don't like for you to do that, really. Guys don't really like. They feel like they know what they're doing, even when they don't. And they don't want you to tell them how to dress.
So it's just a straight no from the jump.
With the designer throw up?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when I see designer throw up coming, I run. Like, I can't do designer throw up. Don't like it.
What about, like, a guy that's like a mama's boy or like really close to his mom?
That's not a red flag for me. I kind of would need to lean into knowing that person and knowing exactly what the extent of the closeness is, because I'm not particularly mad at a man who dotes on his mother. A red flag for me is a man that talks to his mother crazy. Mm-hmm. A man that talks to his mother crazy is a red flag, because I'm like, well, I don't stand a chance then. Because if that's how you talk to your mother, I don't stand it. Yeah, that's straight West Indian. I don't stand a chance. So I would run from a man that speaks to his mother crazy. A man that is very much doting on his mother, I would lean into that and get to know that person and try to understand that relationship a little bit more. But if it's a situation where we're on the threshold or have already become kin, as in man and wife, and you still on some doting on your mother, that's where it's a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? So nah, I wouldn't run from I'd get to know a dude that's good to his mother. Turns out he could be good to you too.
Could you date a guy that was like cheap?
What clarifies as cheap?
Cheap is like, he doesn't want to take you on a date. Valentine's Day comes, he doesn't do anything for you. Your birthday comes, he doesn't do anything. If he does do something, it's like cheap.
Does he have to?
If you're dating, why wouldn't you? If you're dating, you really like somebody, you're gonna want to do nice things for them. But if you're cheap,
honestly, like I don't really judge people based on that.
that's good.
Give or take, I may or may not. Just because maybe later down the line, I might actually realize, okay, he's like really cheap. Like at this point, we've been dating for like 6 years and you still being cheap don't want to give me nothing for Valentine's Day. You can't even bring me flowers.
That's why it's risky. That's why it's risky.
Yeah, but at that point, 6 years later, that's your fault.
No.
Because you allowed it.
No.
Like you sat there complicit and you was like, well, that's cool. I'm not worried about it, but you are.
It depends on how long you sit there. I have no problem picking up a tab. I don't want to create a circumstance that suggests that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be both. I have no problem with you take care of something, I take care of something.
Yeah, I couldn't date somebody cheap.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You take care of something, I take care of something.
And that's not
cool.
to say I'm sitting there with my hands out waiting for somebody to
No,
know.
and that's what I
if
wanted
I
to
really
make
like
sure.
you, I'm gonna do for you. Like,
Right.
I'll see something in the middle of the day and be like, oh, this would be really nice for him or whatever, and I'll just pick it up. Like, I won't even ask you or say anything. I'll just pick it
you'll
up.
just do what?
Pick it up.
Maybe we need to use a different word because cheap just isn't doing it for me.
Broke?
Okay, if we're saying broke, not doing it. But cheap, I'm not judging. I'm not judging because I'm not looking at people for money.
But look, broke, he could be down on his luck for the moment. That doesn't mean he's cheap. It just means I ain't got it right now. But when I get it, you got it.
No, but there's that version of broke, and then there's broke.
What are you talking about? There's only broke.
The ones that have a facade.
Like they wear designer
Acting
throw
like,
up, they ain't got no money.
Yeah. Acting like they ready to spend it on
You're wearing
but
designer throw up, but you ain't got no money. Put the two together, that means you're broke.
You're broke now.
You're broke down. Would you date a man that never posts you on any of his platforms? Twitter,
like
Facebook,
once in a
Instagram.
while.
That's a red
Never
flag.
at all or once in a while.
Never.
Because I'm not pressed about it.
That's a red flag. I'm sorry.
I'm not pressed about
You
it.
posted
tripping.
everything else in your life except
tripping.
me.
You
That is a
tripping.
red flag.
It is, girl.
Especially if we're dealing with each other and
Never
I'm
at
holding
all.
you down.
Never at all. You don't have to post me all the time. Like, I'm not pressed for you to post me every single day. Like,
Let me be specific. You've been with somebody for 8 months. You don't even pop up in the background of a picture.
That's a red flag.
Not even in the background of a picture do you pop up in.
yeah, if you always avoiding me when I'm actually in the scene.
Y'all are away on a
Yeah.
vacation and he posts from the vacation.
Yeah,
But there's
no.
only pictures of him.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Absolutely.
Good girls. Good girls.
Ain't no, I like a private life. No. You and your private life can go ahead. Kick rocks.
Have your private life in private.
Could you date somebody that had like bad taste in music?
Nope. It's a red flag. I can't do it.
So they have to have the same music in common with you?
No, it doesn't have to be exactly the same music, but it has to be at least something that would get me interested in listening to it. Because that's going to be a problem. Can you imagine? You're sitting in the car on a journey, on a road trip somewhere, and he's playing some bull. Like, that's bad for me. You guys know your mother. I'm very musically inclined, heavily musically inclined. And being in a relationship with a man where he has bad taste in music, I couldn't do it. It's going to be a red flag for me. And that's just me being honest. I can't do it, okay? I could never, coming up in the world and dating and being in the dating world, I could never have dated a person in my profession that was whack. It would never be good.
What does that have to
do
do
you
with
mean?
like a connection?
What it has to do with a connection is
Just because he can't rap?
You got right. I know.
But what if it's a good man?
I know.
Good man, bad rap.
Some
No.
personality.
Good man, good personality, bad rhymes. No, that could never happen. Come on, man. I got bars and you spitting riddles you got out the Cracker Jack box. Like, no, I'm not doing that. All right, well, thank you, ladies, for being transparent and honest. Appreciate you.
Just don't judge the next people we bring around.
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna judge whoever you guys bring around me. And in closing, I just wanna say this. This has been a ride. Monie in the Middle, rock the bells. I got to learn a lot. I have LL Cool J to thank for that because I got in my daughter's business.
We got in your business too.
This is
got
true.
in your
babe.
business.
I'm an open book though. Thanks for riding with us. Rock the bells. It's Monie in the Middle.